Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Mataji. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. கீழே வைக்காதீங்க. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Mayi Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay. So this place is called Devanand Gaudiya Mat. Gaudiya Mat. So Vedic literature, how many of you know the 10 offenses by heart? Who repeat, tell every day before you are chanting? Every day we should say Sikshashtakam and the 10 offenses before we start our chanting. First offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life in propagating the holy name of the Lord. Yeah? So that's the first offense and the most serious of all the offenses. Any other offense that we do, there are ways to overcome. See, generally, bhakti, anything that we do in our spiritual life, cannot be destroyed. Even if we take one small step in bhakti, it cannot be destroyed. Actually, Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, he actually considers even sadhaka bhakta to be a pure devotee. Why? Because anybody who starts practicing definitely will achieve the goal. There is no way somebody will not achieve the goal. Okay? Because if you take one step, that will take you to the next step, that will take you to the next step, and like that. Chanting one round will make you do 2, 2 will make you 4, 8, 16, 64, 128, 196. Nobody can chant more than 196. Guru Maharaj, one of the class, because Haridas Thakur has set the limit, Namacharya. Anyway, but the point, the only thing that can destroy the creeper of devotional service is Vaishnava aparadha. Krishna cannot accept if a devotee is offended. Right? Mahaprabhu used to call it mad elephant offense. If you read Bhakti Chaitanya Charitamrit, Mahaprabhu explains the process of bhakti to similar to growing a creeper. You know what's a creeper? So you put a seed in the ground, you water it, then it grows. Right. So Mahaprabhu explains bhakti seed is given by the spiritual master, a Vaishnava. And that seed, when it is put in the heart, which is the field, and when we do the watering, which is our sadhana, chanting Hare Krishna, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, coming to the Dham, we water our plant. So then it grows, right? It grows into, and it grows and grows, finally it goes outside the universe, and that bhakti creeper reaches the lotus feet of Radha Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. But in a garden, when you are growing plants, if you allow a mad elephant to enter, it destroys the whole thing. Similarly, it is said if we do Vaishnava aparadha, the bhakti is destroyed in the heart. The bhakti creeper will be trampled upon by the elephant. Why it is such a serious offense? Every stage of our devotional service, from the beginning to the end, is because of the mercy of the Vaishnavas and Guru. We were singing, okay, Vaishnava Thakura, right? In that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite paro, tomara sakati ache. Krishna is yours. Only a devotee can give Krishna. Even Krishna cannot give himself, because he doesn't own himself. So only a devotee can give Krishna. And so if only devotee can give Krishna and we offend him, that means we are saying, I don't want Krishna. So we need to be very careful when we deal with our devotees, even if it is between husband and wife. Wife is also a Vaishnavi, husband is also a Vaishnava. You have to be very careful when we deal with each other. Same with your father and mother. You have to treat them as a devotee, and children. So all of us have to have that respect for each other, because even a small misstep will cause a big havoc in our spiritual life. So we need to be very careful. Generally, Vaishnava aparadha is so serious, Krishna cannot forgive us actually. The only way to get out after Vaishnava aparadha is to go to the Vaishnava, fall at his lotus feet and beg for his forgiveness. Right? Please forgive me. Now there is a scenario where the Vaishnava can say no. Or we do unknowing love. See, Vaishnava aparadha, just to show how serious Vaishnava aparadha is, I'll tell you a story. Rupa Goswami, once he was in Vrindavan. He was going through, he was sitting under a tree and he was meditating on Krishna's pastime in Kusum Sarovar, where Krishna is hiding in a tree. Radharani comes to pluck flowers. She holds Krishna puts pressure on a branch, it goes down. Radharani catches it to pluck the flower and Krishna removes his leg. And so Radharani goes hanging up. And then Krishna jumps to, come as a hero and help her. So this story, he was meditating and he was laughing. And at that time, a Vaishnava who had a physical deformity in his leg was walking by. And he thought, Rupa Goswami is laughing at me. Right? And so he felt bad in his heart. Immediately, Rupa Goswami felt his taste going down in the pastime that he was enjoying. And then he opened his eyes by the time the Vaishnava has gone. And he didn't know what he had done, because he was closing his eye meditating. So he didn't know. But in his heart, being a great devotee, he understood. So he went to his brother Sanatan, who was his guru, Siksha Guru, senior devotee. And he said, I don't know who I have offended. What should I do now? So then, Sanatana Goswami, being very intelligent, he gave an idea. He said, you organize a feast, right? And call everybody from the village. One who doesn't attend your feast, he is offended by you. So then he did, and then he found the Vaishnava, he went to him, and then he explained, he asked for forgiveness. Now, Rupa Goswami is already achieved perfection. He is a Siddha, he is Rupa Manjari, he is a direct servant of Srimati Radharani. This is just a leela to show the seriousness of Vaishnava Aparadha. And the other devotee was a junior devotee to him. But still, you have to be very careful. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a leela. Here, in this place, there was a Pandit called Devananda Pandit. He was a great scholar, Vedic scholar. So he used to sometimes give class on Srimad Bhagavatam. Now Srivas Thakur, Srivas Thakur, Panchatattva, Narada Muni's incarnation. He was passing by and he saw that, Devananda Pandit is giving class on Bhagavatam. Devotees always get attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. So he came inside the class and he was sitting. And when he heard the Bhagavatam verse, such an elevated devotee, he started crying. But Devananda Pandit thought, what nonsense is this, all sentimental nonsense, he is crying and all of that. So his disciples actually threw Srivas Pandit out, saying, you are disturbing our spiritual master's class. And Devananda Pandit continued his class. Now, this pastime happened after some few years. We know that how Mahaprabhu was a scholar, then he became a great devotee. And then he was also asking devotees to preach. And anybody who came in contact with Mahaprabhu got Krishna Prem. So when Devananda Pandit heard about the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and fell at his lotus feet and said, Mahaprabhu, please can you give me Krishna Prema? Thank you, Maharaj. No. Thank you so much.
You are coming from ISKCON?
Huh?
You are coming from ISKCON?
Yes, Maharaj.
What is your good name?
My name is Sankirtan Narottam Das.
You are disciple of?
His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj.
Oh, good. Very lucky you are. Those are Western countries, they are very lucky because Bhaktivedanta Swami was the great preacher in the world. And his ISKCON society, that is Antarjati Krishna Bhavana Prasanga. Now they are coming from?
We are coming from Australia.
Australia. So everyone in Australia.
Yes.
You?
Yeah, I also, Maharaj.
You also. But you are coming to show the place also. Okay. You tell this glory of this place?
I'm telling Maharaj.
Tell me. Okay, you tell.
Thank you, Maharaj. Please bless us. Thanks.
already this is the Aparad Bhanjaner part.
Yes.
Vasudev Vipro and the Devanand Pandit also. History, and this is the Govardhan also.
Good Maharaj.
And founder also. Jagadguru Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami was.
Keshav Maharaj.
And he is the disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. And you know already that Swami Maharaj when in Vrindavan, Radha Damodar, once a time the Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami went there, and he told him that why you are sitting here and doing bhajan? What is the benefit? For it is benefited to only you, but you are a great teacher, you know English. So if you go to Western country and preach, then Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta will be very happy. And Mahaprabhu also, he told to Prithvi Tasajata Nagaradigram, Sarvatra Prasar Munam. So you come to me. Then firstly, he bring him the Mathura, our temple, Mathura Keshav Gaudiya Mat, and he proposed to him that you took sannyas. Oh no, my now 70 years old, and in this time, if I take sannyas, what will do? You will do nothing, but everything will do Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, your Gurudev and Mahaprabhu. Why you afraid? Then firstly he gave the sannyas and give name Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. And one other, they are 90 years old. Then Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj told, if you take sannyas, I will take also. Then both, he has given the sannyas. And his name is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and his name is Bhakti Vedanta Muni Maharaj. And this is the Aparad Bhanjaner part. If you have done any offense there, but in this place you pray to Morahodev, incarnation of God, and Vinod Bihari, Radharani, Sriman Mahaprabhu, then all kinds of offense will be vanished. And you will get the cosmic mercy of Borohadev and also Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj and Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So you are very lucky, and you came from Australia. So far, you are coming and you are traveling and do parikrama, Navadvip Dham. Your good name?
Sankirtan Narottam Das.
Sankirtan
Narottam Das.
Narottam Das. Very good name. We are all initiate.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Jagadguru Swami Maharaj. I was in ISKCON 1978.
Okay.
Jagadguru Swami loved me very, very. But 1980 I leave temple and come to this Gauri Vedanta Samiti.
Very good.
And my Guru Maharaj, Jagadguru Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and the Guru Gurudev also. But so, I am very happy to see you back.
We are thank you.
Allah devotee coming here and to do parikrama also and listen the glorifying this place. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, ma'am. Krishna kripa sindhu patita. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, Maharaj was just explaining the glory of this place. So, right. So, Mahaprabhu, he went to, Devananda Pandit went to Mahaprabhu to beg for Krishna Prem. And then Mahaprabhu said no. He said, why? He said, Mahaprabhu said, you have done affront to Srivas Thakur, the greatest of all devotees. He said, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta. So Srivas is the Adi Gaura, like he's the first devotee. Everybody is under Srivas Thakur. If you have offended him, I can't do anything. No Krishna Prema for you. He begged so many times, nothing. So then he said, what can I do? So Mahaprabhu said, only Srivas Thakur can forgive you. So then one time Srivas Thakur was going via this route. Devananda Pandit called him and fell at his lotus feet and begged him, please forgive my offense. I have unknowingly offended. I didn't know your glories then. Even though I was great learned scholar, I didn't understand. We can read hundreds of books, but still it's very difficult to understand a pure devotee. So Srivas Thakur being a great devotee, Vaishnava means he is very compassionate by nature. He said, I never took offense. But if at all you have done any offense, I forgive you. Then immediately after that forgiveness, by Mahaprabhu's mercy, Devananda Pandit got Krishna Prem. So this place is where Vaishnava Aparad was forgiven. Right? So here, if we have done any offenses, if a devotee we don't know, knowingly, unknowingly, a devotee is not ready to forgive us, or we don't know who we offended, generally, definitely we would have offended devotees. We are very good at that. Offending others comes naturally. Right? So please pray very sincerely, particularly to Varahadev. That's what Varahadev, because this dweep is called Kola Dweep. Kola Dweepa means Varaha. Right? Because here there was once a great devotee in Satya Yuga. There was a devotee of Varahadev, a Brahmana who used to worship Varaha. And Varaha gave his darshan here to him. That's why this place is called Kola Dweep, to the Brahmana. He also explained that in the Kali Yuga, that same Varaha is going to appear as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he also blessed the Brahmana that he will participate in his Leela. So that's why this place is called Kola Dweep. Right? So this, more importantly, this place is the place where our Vaishnava Apradhas can be forgiven. This and Dameshwar Mahaprabhu are the only places where our Vaishnava Aparadha, you now know how serious it is. So please play, not only that forgive the Vaishnava Aparadha, but give us intelligence that we will treat all the devotees nicely. Right? That's most important. Even if we don't worship Krishna, fine. But if we serve the devotees, we will go back home, back to Godhead. And also, here is the Samadhi of, they have closed, Bhakti Keshava Maharaj. Keshava Maharaj is the one, he is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciple, and he is the one who gave sannyas to Srila Prabhupada. He was the sannyasa guru of Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada went to US in 1970, when he was in Vrindavan, first in the 1960s, he first got a dream when he was a Grahastha, Bhaktisiddhanta calling, come and do service to me in the dream. Prabhupada said, no, I have a family, I can't leave all of this and go. Later, when he had taken Vanaprastha and when he was staying in Vrindavan, at that time again Bhaktisiddhanta asked him to take sannyas and preach this knowledge all over the world. And Prabhupada was still thinking what to do. And Keshava Maharaj, when he heard that dream, he forcefully told him that you have to take sannyas. So Prabhupada took sannyas from Keshava Maharaj, and Keshava Maharaj gave him the name Bhaktivedanta Swami, because Prabhupada was so learned scholar. He had learnt everything. He was very good English preacher. So, and then Prabhupada, after taking sannyas, he went to US. We know how he established ISKCON. In 1970, I think it's 70 or 69, when Keshav Maharaj passed away, Prabhupada got the news, and Prabhupada followed a festival to honor Keshav Maharaj. He was saying, but by his mercy, I've taken sannyas and this preaching mission. So we should be very grateful to Keshav Maharaj. By his mercy, we have got Srila Prabhupada as sannyasi preaching all over the world. So,
Keshav Maharaj would be Prabhupada's
God brother.
He still
Only a sannyasi can give another person a sannyas. So if your guru is is there as a sannyasi, you can take from him. Like in ISKCON, many of the sannyasis they took from our Guru Maharaj. Like our Guru Maharaj was in the first batch, Prabhupada gave sannyas. From that time, Guru Maharaj has been sannyas. After Prabhupada passed away, most of his god brothers took sannyas from our Guru Maharaj. Bana Maharaj took sannyas from our Guru Maharaj. Bhakti Vikas Swami, so many other devotees, they took sannyas. So they take, only a sannyasi can give sannyas. There are sannyasa mantras that only sannyasis chant. So even though he is a god brother, he has to take sannyas from him. He is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He and Prabhupada are god brothers. Okay? All good? His Holiness Keshava Maharaj ki. His Holiness Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Talk more about Rameshwar Mahaprabhu.
Yes, yeah, we'll hear. So basically, Bhakti Ratnakar talks about how Jiva Goswami was taken on Parikrama by Nityananda Prabhu. Srinivasacharya was taken on Parikrama by Ishan Thakur. Who is Ishan Thakur?
Mahaprabhu's servant?
Yes, he was the personal servant in Mahaprabhu's house. So after Mahaprabhu went back, he was still serving Sachi Mata. So because he knows all the pastimes he took, and he also bought Srinivas Acharya, and Vishnu, it said that Vishnu Priya personally cooked and served Srinivas Acharya in that house. So like that many pastimes happened there. Dameshwar Mahaprabhu's pastime we can go on saying, but we are short on time. Any other questions? Is the temple that we came from. This is Adi Leela. I think Adi Leela. Yeah. No, actually, this is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Devananda's story is in Chaitanya Bhagavat, not in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Any other questions? I said only a sannyasi can give. Maharaj was saying this is the only place where aparadha is forgiven. Oh, sorry, very important thing that Maharaj also said, this place is non-different from Giri Govardhan in Vrindavan. So this place is Govardhan. He was also explaining that story of how Keshav Maharaj forcefully gave sannyasa to Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada Swami. And then he also said that how Prabhupada was thinking, I'm old, what is the point of taking sannyas at this life? But Keshav Maharaj said, no, you have the instruction of our Guru, so you can still do it. There was one more person who was at that time 90 years old. So it looks like Prabhupada said, if you take, I'll also take. So both of them took sannyas together. That's what he was explaining. Yeah, what is the name? It starts in P, I forgot his full name. But he and Bhakti Siddhanta, along with another 4, they were the first signatories for making the Gaudiya Mat. Paramahamsa Swami, I forgot his name. Okay? Yes.
So we see that Vaishnava Aparadha is done offensively. But what about kids? They sometimes fight and they also make aparadha to the small kids also. So they will
So
also know.
now that you know, you shouldn't do.
Yeah, but that kind of scenarios like we are getting some problem from a devotee and we have to tell them back. So how do we?
So you go to a senior person and you deal through a senior person.
So we need to deal through a senior person so that we don't get the Vaishnava Aparadha.
Correct.
Thank you.
You were talking about the offenses.
So holy name, there are 10 offenses. The first offense is Vaishnava Aparadha. Mentally, verbally, physically, we shouldn't offend a devotee. Then there is offense to consider other demigods like Lord Shiva or Brahma to be equal to Vishnu. Third offense is to disobey the orders of spiritual master. Fourth offense is to blaspheme the Vedic literature. You read some glories, like for example, we are saying, Shastra says, you take one step in Navadvip, it's Ashwamedha Yajna. Like, how can that be? Vedic literature, all sentimental mythology. It's not mythology, it's history. But Britishers called it mythology so that they can, so like that, to blaspheme the Vedic literature. Then the fifth offense is to give some mundane interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. You're thinking, holy name is actually material thing. Or to think the glories of the holy names are imagination. The seventh offense, very important, Prabhupada always said, is to do sinful activities on the strength of holy name. I'll kill somebody, then come and chant Hare Krishna, that's offense. Eighth is to consider Hare Krishna mantra chanting like auspicious, like how we do yajna or punya karma, giving charity. That cannot equal Hare Krishna mantra is spiritual. These are still material activities. Ninth offense is to instruct a faithless person on the holy name. Because when you go and tell them somebody who is not really interested, they'll offend. So you should be careful whom you talk about. Last offense is to have material attachments and still not focusing on your holy name and to be inattentive while chanting. Yes, I know. So the only way to get rid of offensive chanting is to do more chanting. Practice makes perfection. But don't do the first offense more.
So when we talk about mental, like when you say Vaishnava Aparadhi will mental, like who doesn't know that I have committed Aparadhi against him, for example. So what can be an example of
Like you're just walking the street, like you see a Vaishnava, oof. We judge. Or like let's say, I'll give an example. I'm standing in the queue. One Vaishnava comes and cuts a queue. We don't know what the urgency is. Maybe he has to go to some service. Something. He's like, we immediately judge. It's all small offenses. Mental offenses don't carry much weight, but still they are offenses. Okay. Okay, then we have had darshan, we have heard stories. Any other questions? No? We'll finish here. Hare Krishna. Please pray sincerely in this place. Do dandavats and let's go. No, now you can't do parikram when the offering is going on. Fast.
Shri Prabhupada.
Back side. Hey, Haribol. Wherever you took it from, it has to go back. Okay, take.
I don't know where this goes.
Next to the mridanga. அந்த மிருதங்க பக்கத்துல வச்சிருங்க. Fast.